the point that Amy, Chua, and Jed make is that they claim that that three distinct forces come together in a group's culture. In a group's culture that propel a particular group to disproportionate success. And they give examples of those groups. See, those three distinct forces, possibly you may not necessarily agree with all of them, but I believe that in my case, I could relate to them. Because one, he says superiority complex, insecurity, and impulse control. This is what they found common among the minorities in America. The minorities in America that have done exceptionally well. In the past, it was Jews, the Jews that in early years were doing very well. Puritans in the early years when they arrived from America, from Europe, the Protestants. And then later on, it's Indians, it's Mormons. Mormons is a Christian group in America that is very exclusive, that has become, but even more interesting, they have observed now that Nigerians, especially Igbos and Yorubas, not Yorubans, Yorubas, they tend to achieve, to be disproportionately successful at Ivy League institutions and also in the real world of work. Why? The authors explain it in the following way. They say, one, these are very proud people because they say they come from proud families, kings, where they come from, chiefs, and they go to America. And America, they are seen as inferior. Nobody respects those kind of things. That fills them with a lot of anger and a sense of insecurity and a drive to prove a point. That's where insecurity comes in. Because you come from this background, or you come from India, you come from it's a very noble family. You go to this America, nobody recognizes that case. And on your side, you feel insecure because again, in terms of how you speak, your accent and all that, and people think that you should be shallow in the head. You can't be a very clever person when you cannot speak English. So there are all these things, and then the third thing, they said those are the two things these people in common have got, this superiority complex. But it's inner strength, that pride that gives them that extra confidence and ability to endure hardship. And also this sense of insecurity, because they're in a foreign country and really they feel really exposed. And thirdly, he says what is common among these people who have really succeeded is impulse control. Because they are in this foreign country and they feel insecure, they also are very good at delaying immediate pleasures. As young people, they spend long hours studying and taking their work seriously. As a consequence of that, they outperform other groups. And they've highlighted these Indians, Mormons, and so on. But of course, if you're interested, but there's more meat in this, but I'm just going to leave it there. But the point I'm making here is that for me, I relate to these things, and really, I think the book, and also when I was after actually I had qualified as a CA, I read Thomas Sowell, but recently I read this book. I relate to these things because I sense as much as when I was doing the CA, nobody believed that I could make it, right? But possibly I was the only one who believed deeply that I've got a point to prove. And there was insecurity because I would sit in a class like this at Cape Town, the only black. No person with my kind of background. I'm sitting in this final year CTA class. they are saying, what does he want here? So nobody expected. So, that would intimidate one, but it didn't. Because as an African who believed that my forefathers were very successful until this aberration of a few centuries, disturbed that and caused this distance, that I said, given the chance, who could equal and be better than any other, and equal and compete on equal terms with peoples of other civilizations. And I'm going to prove the point.